hear a brief description about the horses. Come a little closer, I don't bite much. Okay, now then, first names only. I'm Jim. You are Sandy. Say again, I'm also deaf. Say again. Amber, Amber, Sandy, Amber, Dominique, Lauren, with an N at the end, not Laura, Lauren, and Bo, the only rooster in the barnyard. I'll be able to believe you, I'll remember you. Now, Sandy, you get one sentence to describe your horse's jumping level. For example, Jim, my horse is a 22-year-old Anglo-Arab who has never jumped. Or, Jim, my horse at what height? Okay. 17-year-old Appaloosa that is comfortable jumping to 3'3". Okay? Good. Amber? Okay. 16-year-old thoroughbred. Amber is on jumping up to 3'3". Okay? Just a little bit. What's that? That's a little more than a yard. My math is a little suspect, but I think that's right. What about Dominique? Ten-year-old paint horse has jumped 3 courses, yes. But can jump much higher. We might have to have a high jump contest at the end, just to see. And what about Lauren here on Twinkle Toes? Okay. Sorry, he's an Irish sport horse, Canadian sport horse, 8-year-old Canadian sport horse, jumping courses between 3 foot and 3'6". Yes, excellent. What about Bo? Okay, so 11-year-old Hungarian who is currently competing at 3 foot and thinking of moving up to 3'3". Is that accurate? Okay, cool. Now, the next thing I need to do is to make sure that all of the riders have their stirrups adjusted correctly for jumping. So as I talk about this now, I want you guys to go, no, don't be looking at the number on that stirrup leather because it might have stretched. Okay? Here's how we do it, Sandy. I want all of my riders to take both feet out of the stirrup and let your legs hang. Both legs out at the halt. Now, adjust the stirrup leather so that the tread of the stirrup touches you at or just above the ankle bone. At or just above the ankle bone. When you achieve that, then I want you to be very careful about how you put your feet back in the stirrup. I want the ball of the foot on the tread of the stirrup. I want the little toe against the outside branch. I then want you to stand at the halt and press the weight down in the ankles. When you press the weight down in the ankles, you look about right, Lord, or maybe one more. Let me see you. And where's your here? Yeah, you need to come up one more. I don't do it. When you put your foot back in the stirrup, you put the ball of the foot on the tread of the stirrup, the toe against the outside branch, and then as a check at the halt, stand, press the weight in the ankles, allow your toes to turn out to a natural degree, so that when I walk in front of you, once you have done that and you relax back into the saddle, I should see your toes are slightly turned out from the horse. To what angle should that be? The same angle as that with which you walk, so that it is natural for you, but it's not the same for everyone. I don't tell riders, hold your toes at a 30-degree angle or hold your feet parallel, because we're not all built the same. And it's important to me that your joints work, that they're supple, and they take the shock of the galloping and jumping that we're about to do. Okay? Now, let me make an editorial comment. I'm not on a jihad against these stirrups the way some trainers are now, these broad tread stirrups. But I do notice that they cause the riders to put their feet into the stirrup too far. They get their foot deep into the stirrup, and that blocks the action of the rider. So you guys that have these newfangled stirrups, put the ball of your foot on the back of the stirrup, okay? So that your ankles continue to work. Now, any order, I want you to spread out. When we are jumping today, we are going to work in a figure 8 pattern. That means that if you trot down to the end of the arena and you turn right, and you trot down over the rails on the ground, I want you to turn left when you get there. If you turn left, go to the end of the arena, because that will retain the spacing, and turn right. Why do I do that? I'm absolutely mechanical about that. Why? Don't all talk at once. To keep them symmetrical, not just equal, although I hope that we can do that, but to make sure that my horses and riders can turn left or right equally before jumping and after jumping. You would be amazed at how quickly horses will train riders to turn the same way every time. Horses are much better people trainers than people are horse trainers. Okay, and if we're not conscious about it and say, I am aware that people have that bad habit, then it's not going to be me, because my horse can turn both ways equally well. Okay, Sandy, away you go, posting trot. I want you to come backwards, as it were, through the rustic standards first, all the way down. Now, if you would, now take the final rail, the third rail, and take it out. So there are only 2 rails there. Then, 8 or 10, you go in. They'll have it set up. 8 or 10 horses lengths, posting trot, away you go in. 8 or 10 or more horses lengths, Dominic. Same for Lauren, same for Bo. Ladies first, right? Chivalry is not dead. I don't care what the ladies say these days. Heels down, heels down, heels down. Now, what am I looking for now? I have these rails set 9 feet apart. That should be 2 steps for the average horse. So that tells us right away this horse is stepping a little bit short, yes? One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep coming, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent. Once more, Sandy. Have him straight, straight. Oh, yes, yes, he's better. She's better than I thought she would be, Bo. When you turn, don't let her pop her shoulder like that, huh? I need you to get to her before she gets to you. Better. I don't mind about the short step in front of the rail, Sandy. I mind that he slowed down. I'm looking for the rhythm. I'm not looking, I don't care if they take a big step, Dominique, or a short step. Yes. If you step in big, you have to keep coming big. Like that. It's easy for him, huh, Lauren? Now, after the rail, bend. Sandy, you're going to come one more time. You're going to go track left, walk, and leave the track. Come on, Speedy. Come on. Oh, good boy. Track left and walk. Sandy, in a moment I'm going to ask you why the 2 steps here are important. 1, 2. 1, 2. Amber, track left and walk. Dominique, track left and walk. Yes. Lauren, track left and walk. With the horse that's a little warm like this, we're continually trying to make them longer. We want her to stretch. We want her to stretch her neck. That's better in the turn. I still want to see more preparation though, yes? So that she's shaped correctly. Sandy, I want you to take your band of merry men walk, and Sandy halt in that corner. All of it. And, yes. Walk up. Yes. See, he's a little behind your legs, so he sneaks in a canter stride to get it done. Watch the rail as you approach. Good. Now, when my riders get really good, they can tell me two things. You come ahead, Dominique. The riders in the approach can tell me if the horse took a long step or a short step over the rail, and they can tell me which front foot hits the ground first in here. Which front foot hit the ground first? In here. Watch again. You say the right? Anybody else say the right front foot? Inside. First front foot inside the rail. You're correct. Don't let me pull you out. That's it. Okay. And once more. Sandy, who else? Dominique's horse slipped into a little canter. Horses do that are behind your leg. I need more power in the approach. I want them to trot. I don't want them to slip into that little sissy canter. The reason they do that, oh, look at you. Look at you. It'll be 4 o'clock by the time he gets here. Circle. Hello. Circle. Trot. I'll count your rhythm. Circle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm not tired. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now, you soften your elbows. Keep posting. Post. Post. Oh, I see now. You come ahead, Ember. Come ahead. And track left, Sandy. See, you've let this horse get away with this. Track left, your military left. Your military left, not your California left. Thank you. Soft, a little soft arms. A little soft arms. Yes. Okay, Dominique. Would you adjust this empty cup on this side so that it will be 5 holes? Good. It's nice to see one trot over the rail like that. Which front foot went in first? That's what I thought you'd say. What? It takes years of practice to see more than one thing when a horse jumps. So you pick one point on the horse. You watch one front foot, or you watch one hop, or one knee, and then your memory will start to build the picture up in your mind when you're watching. And sooner or later, you'll be able to describe several things. You can start here. Which front foot? Left, yes, yes, you guys are getting better.